A good teacher will turn up and make sure that students have everything they know to succeed in exams and to do well in that academic subject. But I think a great teacher goes beyond that. They're looking at how they can extend the child and make their education a real experience rather than simply a recalling of facts. A great teacher will have a connection with students that helps them understand that it's more than just learning academic subjects. It's about how you can take a love of those subjects forward throughout your higher education, work, and into life itself. Education isn't a science. Of course, there's facts and figures that you need to understand, empirical ways of looking at things, but it's also an art. It's about understanding who's in front of you, what are they getting out of it, how can we help the students get the most out of what they do. So it can't simply be boiled down to a science or mathematical formula. It needs to be the understanding of the emotion, the understanding of the person as well. When we look for teachers here at King's, we're not just looking for an identikit, one-size-fits-all type of teacher. It takes all kinds of different personalities to bring their subject to life in all kinds of various ways. And different students react well to different teachers. I think if we all had one style of teacher, we wouldn't be catering for our student body. So for every student who maybe likes a loud sort of whiz-bang lesson with lots of experiments and lots of crazy colour in the lesson, there's also other students who prefer to sit there and who learn a bit more quietly and who like a quiet, sort of more one-on-one kind of style, or who really value the organisation of a teacher. So although we have some non-negotiables, we have high expectations of our teachers, I think there's room for all styles within the teaching body here at King's. We have three quite distinct philosophies within the different sections of the school. In EY, it's more of a play-based approach. It's students doing self-discovery of what interests them. In primary, we have a more inquiry-based, which is a little bit more structured. Okay, students are given topics, they're given areas, but again, we encourage them, that foster that curiosity to help them find their own meanings, to find their own paths. By the time you get to senior school, it has to be a little bit more directed because we come into more sort of specific subjects. Again, we'd have more of a mastery approach, making sure students have the knowledge they need, but marrying that with inquiry, with curiosity to hopefully find a really advanced curriculum. The first thing we ask our teachers to do is to engage the students. I think learning should be something that's fun, that's interactive, something that we want students to be engaged in and be agents of their own learning. Extend is to make sure that we're pushing all students to have the best development that they possibly can. Extending is making sure that students aren't just sitting there comfortable with the sort of base level of knowledge, but that we're pushing them to really acquire as much as they can. And inspire, for me, the most important part. I want students to leave a maths lesson not just knowing what a simultaneous equation is, but to have a real keen interest and to want to understand more about it. How can I apply it to real life? How does this help with my next topic? Can I see it in the everyday world? It's that fire that's lit inside them to carry on learning something throughout their whole life. I remember from my school days, still remember things that made me read more widely, further about it and help shape my view of the world. And that's what we really hope our students get to. I'm responsible for making sure that the teaching's of the highest quality it can be, making sure that our curriculum is appropriate and challenging for our students, and that we get the best academic outcomes we can for the students under our care.